Well, good morning, everyone. As you can see, I'm in my very uncute but very functional, I guess, workout gear. And today is the first day of the fourth week of my intentionally fit, hopefully some intentional gains and maybe some losses too, eating plan and workout plan. So as you can tell by the garb here, I've just finished my workout. And today is Saturday, which means that we are talking about leg day. So I did complete all of my squats, my lunges, and my deadlifts, as well as some sprints outside. So for the squats, for all of the weight-bearing exercises, I did not increase the weight today. I did increase the reps today. So for my squats, it was 12 pounds per hand for a total of 24 pounds. And I did 3 sets of 10 reps. So I'm officially up to the same number of reps now that I was able to do with only 9 pounds in week 1. So that's pretty cool because I can do 3 pounds more, but get in the same number of reps, right? So definitely increasing my strength there. For the lunges, same 12 pounds per hand, 3 sets, but I did 2 sets of 10 and 1 set of 11. That's an increase of a rep. And then for my deadlifts, I increased the reps to 15. So I have 18 pounds per hand, 36 pounds total, 3 sets of 15 reps. I'm a little nervous to do it, but I think next time I'm going to increase that weight to 21 pounds per hand on those deadlifts, but I'll let you know. My next leg day will be on Tuesday. So we'll see how that's going to go. For my sprints, I used my random timer generator. I love it. If you haven't heard me talk about this before, it's just a free app that I downloaded called Random Timer Generator from the Google Play Store. And you can set it for like a low and a high, like whatever you want the least amount of time to be, the most amount of time to be. You hit the start button and it will just randomly set a timer for a number of seconds within the interval that you gave it. So I like to do my sprints that way now. So I did 8 sprints. And the random timer generator was set at a low of 13 seconds and a high of 24 seconds. So I hit start and I take off until I hear the sound. I sprint as hard as I can until I hear the sound when the timer goes off, and then I stop and catch my wind. So yeah, that's what I did today. It took me about, I don't know, I didn't look at the clock very well when I started, 30 to 35 minutes. It's Saturday, so it's not like I have to get to work today, you know. I'm a little more loose on my timing. As far as my weight goes, my weight is the same as it was yesterday. So I did not put on any weight. I'm going to keep track of that throughout the week. And at the end of this week, I'll take measurements again. I don't anticipate them going down just because in the first 2 weeks, I did gain 6 pounds. Week 3, I lost 2 pounds. And then week 4, yeah. So essentially now I'm more higher than when I started. I don't anticipate my measurements going down. Hopefully they don't go up. But at the end of week 4, I will take some measurements as well as do a full scale, you know, my body impedance, I think is what it's called, scale, where it measures the body fat percentage and all of that. I think in my last vlog, I mentioned that some of my numbers were in the yellow now because of my waist to hip ratio. My hips are, I'm very pear-shaped, right? So because I had put on the weight and my hips are a couple inches bigger, that ratio is now not green anymore. It's yellow, as well as my overall body fat. I think it went up to 30% from, I don't know what it was before. It was in the 20s before. It was green and now it's yellow. So that scale is saying that the weight I've put on is A, in my hips, and B, it's fat. So anyways, we're going to run all that measurement again at the end of week 4 and kind of see where I am. You know, and then I'll kind of decide maybe if I need to tweak anything, take out any more fat, or do anything like that. My plan for today for food is picanha, my fave. Although it does have the big fat cap, because it is sirloin cap, it's sirloin, but it has a fat cap on there. So it's more fatty than a sirloin, but for sure less fatty than a ribeye. So like, I'm going to share it with my son, but like for today and tomorrow, as I'm eating that picanha, you know, the fat in that these days that I'm doing that will be lowered, just by virtue of the beef that I'm eating. So we'll see. But I mean, I do that every week, right? That's kind of my go-to move. It's a picanha on Saturday that I usually eat Saturday, Sunday, Monday. But because I'm sharing with my son, it'll probably be Saturday and Sunday. I've taken out a couple of things. I've taken out some chicken thighs to unthaw. And I've taken out some boneless pork country ribs to unthaw, because I think my son will like both of those things. And he is going to be starting a ketogenic diet. My ice cream machine is delayed, you guys. So it was going to be like today or tomorrow. I even bought the heavy cream without the carrageenan and stuff to make him his like carnivore ice cream. And yeah, the ice cream machine was supposed to come yesterday. Now they're saying it's going to come Monday, but if it doesn't come Monday, I can request a refund. So I hope that doesn't happen, because then I'm starting over on that ice cream machine. I promised him that if he started keto, I would make him some appropriate ice cream that he could still have for like a swap out, right? And I'm happy to do that, but I have no ice cream machine until that comes. At any rate, I know that he will like the chicken, and I know that I think he'll like the country style pork ribs, because he really liked the pork shoulder. So I'm hoping this will be like a little bit different way, you know, to eat pork. For him with his texture issues, any new food that we can get him to try and do and hopefully like is a win. So there we have it. This is my day one for week 4 vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope maybe some of you are following along with me, and I don't know what you're getting out of it. I don't know if it's inspiring, maybe not inspiring yet, but you know, maybe you're encouraged that I'm like not giving up, or I don't know, you're just intrigued by the fact that here's this carnivore that, although my mental energy is good, my mood is good, my sleep is good, but my weight right now is maybe not so good. I'm not so happy with it. So, you know, trying some things to see what I can do. Hopefully that's helping somebody out there. Let me know in the comments. Anyway, I'm going to go and meet some wellness one fantastically relaxing Saturday at a time. Hey, everybody. It is Sunday, day 2 of week 4 of my carnivore intentional gains, intentional fitness, hopefully some losses, challenge, 6-week trial, whatever you want to call it. So I am now more than halfway done. Today was upper body day. So I was able to do 12 pounds each hand of 9 reps for 3 sets of my bicep curl to overhead press. I was able to do 9 pounds in each hand, 3 sets of 9 reps with my reverse row to tricep kickback. So that was more reps on that one too. My next exercise is like a reverse fly. So I was able to do 6 pounds per hand, 3 sets of 10 reps. And on my push-ups, which I'm doing on my table still, I also increased by a rep. So 3 sets, 12, 12, and 13 on that. So super exciting. I was feeling actually really good today. Like I woke up, I have energy. I'm feeling good, feeling strong. So yeah, I went out and did sprints again today. So normally I don't sprint every single day, but like my legs aren't sore or anything. And I felt energy, and like after I did the upper body work, I wanted to go sprint. So I did. So I did 8 sprints to, again, my random timer generator set from 13 to 23 second range. You hit go and it just like sets a timer for one of those times. You'd never know what you're going to get. It makes it kind of fun. And I just go all out till I hear the little bell go off. And then I take a breather and go again. So I did 8 of those, just like, so I did that yesterday and again today. My weight stayed the same. So I weighed myself this morning. It hasn't gone down, but it hasn't gone up. And I know every single day, you know, there's going to be fluctuations. I get it. But if you watched my week 3, maybe you understand kind of why I'm keeping track of that, because I had gained, 3 pounds in week 1 and 3 pounds in week 2. So actually, I guess I should say if you watch my week 2. Week 2 is where I reported that. Week 3, my weight went down a couple pounds as I reduced my electrolytes. So I will say, after reducing my electrolytes, it's still a kind of a balancing act. So I think I did get rid of some water that I was holding on to by doing that. But then I noticed at night a little bit of I'd move my leg and I'd get that calf cramp, which is one of the signs I get when I'm low in electrolytes. And so I've upped them back up a little bit in the form of a little extra salt on my food and a little more element, but not back up to the level that I was doing. So we'll see how that goes. So again, my weight is not up or down today. It's rock steady. Same weight. So, and I was just, I'm feeling good, feeling great. Today, I'm so excited. I'm going to do a whole video about this, but just to mention it here, my son agreed, my youngest son, he's 15. He was diagnosed with sensory integration processing at 3 years old, also ADHD at about 9 years old. So we've been, and again, I'll detail this more in the video later, but we've been dealing with challenges in those areas pretty much his whole life. And he agreed to go, I'm going to call it keto. It's going to be mainly carnivore. Maybe you want to call it ketovore. I'm not really putting a label on it. Again, more in the video. I'm going to make a dedicated video to this, but we start today. So I'm super excited about that. And I'm just really hoping that going this route, he will notice the benefits himself to how his thought process is, how his brain is, how his focus is, how he is at school. I mean, I'm just hoping and praying that he notices a difference, a positive difference. And I'm so thankful that he made this choice. And although he doesn't want to be on camera, I will be documenting the month myself. I will be interviewing him, getting feedback and input, and letting you guys know, how that's going. So I'm very, very excited. Maybe that's why I have energy today. Maybe it's excitement, for getting started today. Tomorrow will be a rest day. And you guys, tomorrow I also have jury duty. Fun times. So I'll be going to that. I'll bring some things to do as I sit. You guys, I always end up in front of the judge or on a case or something. I'm hoping that it's just one of those times where I actually just go. They say they don't need me and I can move on. I have lots of interviews lined up this week coming up. And it's a busy time at school right now. I'm just hoping I do my one day and I'm good. So fingers crossed. I will keep you posted also on how that goes. So anyway, that's my day today. It was upper body. I felt strong. I felt good. I sprinted. I'm, ready to go into my week this week. And we'll see how my weight continues to do, as we go. And again, at the end of this week, I will get back on that body impedance scale and we'll see how that is looking. So I guess with that, I'm going to go meet some wellness, one carnivore mother and son duo at a time. Hi, everyone. This is my end of week 4 vlog wrap up for my intentional carnivore fitness journey that I've been doing. And I will say I did vlog, a few days in a row earlier in the week, and then life got in the way with, my son's new way of eating that I've also been vlogging. So now I've got 2 situations that I feel are maybe vlog worthy and, might help someone. That was not planned. That part was not intentional. But yeah, when your son says he's going to eat a ketogenic way to try to help his ADHD, you go with it. So that's what we got going on, in another vlog, in another part of my channel. But anyway, this is my week 4 wrap up, and I'm going to start with talking about my weight, because I will tell you that a lot of you saw, that I was a little bit dejected. Early in the week, it kind of went down and then it came back up, but I've never exceeded that initial weight gain from week 1 and week 2, where I gained 3 pounds and 3 pounds. I'm sort of just sitting right there. I will say that I did continue to add reps to what I was doing. And I think I vlogged about that already. It was like with my squats and my lunges where I was able to add some more reps. And also I added some more weight to those as well. So yeah, it's overall going very well. I sprinted almost every day. There was only one day that I did not sprint, and that was Friday. That was the last day of this week. Today is Saturday. Today's actually day 1 of week 5, but I'm just wrapping up week 4 today. I was very busy on Friday. So anyways, yeah, I did very well over week 4 as far as my, I don't know, mental state. Even though my weight didn't go down, it didn't go up, right? So that's pretty awesome. And I will say that there's a couple things that I'm super happy about. So one is like my upper body. So I still think because my weight's gone up, I've got kind of a layer over me that eventually hopefully will come off. And once it does, I think I'm going to see some more defined muscles. But because I'm pear-shaped, my upper body has always seemed, small. And when I look at myself in the mirror now, I feel like I have a presence, if that makes sense. Just sort of a, I don't want to say I'm bigger because I'm not feeling, fat in my upper body, but it's like I have I take up space, like the appropriate amount of space. I don't seem too tiny, and I feel like I'm strong, in my upper body. That's a good feeling. The other thing that's really exciting for me is that in my lower body, because that's my, a focus of mine, since I just said, like, I'm pear-shaped, right? So I've been doing the squats, the deadlifts, and the lunges to focus on that. And, with the hope of slimming down my thighs. Now, that hasn't happened. If anything, I've put on some inches. So again, I think I said this before, I put on a couple inches in my hips, a half an inch in my thigh, and about an inch in my waist area. Looking at the in-body scan, it really hasn't changed at all. It's just sort of stayed, the same over the last month. But I will say that if you look back over the last 3 months, there's been an upward trend, a slight upward trend in muscle and bone. Fat too, but also muscle and bone, right? So hopefully my body is building up this muscle and bone and then is going to shed the fat. I don't know how that works, but I'm hoping that's what's happening. So if you look back over 3 months time, you can see the muscle and bone, increasing slowly, which is good. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So the way that my body is shaped is I'm the biggest part of me. Most people think of hips as like a few inches below the waist, but like the biggest part around me is actually the tops of my thighs. And so even if you look from the back, my booty is kind of flat, and then it kind of bulges out. Bulge is not a nice word, but it goes out further, down low. At my upper thigh area. So my upper thigh area kind of is bulged out, but my booty has always been a little bit more flat. And I can tell a difference, you guys, in my booty when I stand like sideways to the mirror. I got a little booty bump. So although my thighs are not going down, they are going the other way because my hip measurement, you're supposed to measure your hips at your widest part. And for me, that's around like the upper part of my thighs. But I got a little booty bump higher up. The actual booty is like getting a little bit roundy. So that's exciting because it's making for a little bit better proportion, I think, in my body. That's nice to see. So I am noticing some positive changes, the upper body feeling like I have a good presence now, and I'm, filling up my space and feeling strong, and I got a little booty bump going on. So I'm going to continue on, definitely going to continue on with this. and see where we can go from here. So it's time for me to go and meet some wellness, one new curve on my body at a time.